couple of years ago, it was a sad tale, sort of. You know, it looked like it was going to be the highs, and then all of a sudden, literally, some high came in with some marijuana, and then became the lows of Sha'Carri Richardson, right? And then she missed the Olympics because of that. And really and truly, she could have actually made it, but they chose not to make her an alternate on the team. And now she's on her way back. And it probably is a good thing they didn't, right? And probably for her in the long run. She got a lot of attention, not a lot of it great, but she's always had her supporters. And she's always had her detractors. I'm not a big fan, but I respect the hustle and the work she's put in to get back. And last year she kind of made some waves coming back and winning in the Diamond League. And that was great. And people said, oh, she's back. I'm like, yeah, well, let's see. Can she sustain it? And so far, she really has been. Just today is Saturday that we're recording this, right? So tonight she's going to participate in the 200 meters. But last night, 100 meters, USA Track and Field Championships. Early races, she set one at a time. I think in the first race, in her prelims, she set the fastest time for a woman sprinter in the 100 meters for 2023. At least until Sharika Jackson ran in Jamaica and blew that one out the water. But again, she set that. Then she ended up winning the 100-meter finals of the USA Track and Field Championship. So she's a 100-meter champion. And, you know, she really had some things to say after she got done with the race. She was talking to Lewis Johnson, who was always there talking to the runners as soon as they finished racing. And one of the things I thought she did pretty smooth, too, she went up in the stands immediately. You know, celebrating with some people first, you know, with family, and then came back down. So at least she had her breath back a little bit. Still out of breath, though, because she just poured her heart out 3 races in a row for 100 meters. And here's what she had to say.
I'm ready, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Yeah. And I'm here to stay. I'm not back, I'm better.
She's not back, she's better. I like that.
Okay, it sounds great. So let me just say this. Let me just say this. One, I was right. I'd said a long time ago, take that wig off, and maybe that's gonna help. And apparently, she won, right?
Well,
number 2.
Let's be clear. She had the wig off for the first 2 races, and then, of course, right before the start of the 3rd race, the finals, she rips the wig off and shows that she has braids under there, and won.
Out of the first 3 races, which one was the most important?
Which one did she run the fastest? The first one. Yeah. But the last one was the most important.
Was the finals.
Yes.
Right. So,
touche.
Yeah. So kudos for her work ethic and all that to get there. I'm still not sold on her for 2 reasons. One, you haven't beat Jamaica. And that's the hurdle that she needs to get over.
Yep.
I should say 3 reasons. 2, I want to see how she does tonight in the 200, because if Abby Steiner's running in the 200, that will be a really awesome race to see.
Right.
Number 3, she's still kind of I put her in the negative Nancy category. If you know that you need to turn your thing around, create your new story, rebuild yourself, rebuild your character, stop talking trash about everything, other stuff. So every time that she's lost and all that, she'd bring up something. And even here, she won. And then what does she want to bring up was an issue that she thought should be addressed.
Well, let's be clear, though. This is not something that she just brought up just right now. She's been talking about this for a while, too. And it's about the way the USA Track and Field Committee is treating their athletes. She doesn't feel it's fair. They're not paying them enough. Like even for this championships, the winner gets $8,000. But at the same time, Joey Chestnut ate 67 hot dogs and got $10,000. And his was broadcast on ESPN. Well, here's been a big problem about the track and field right now. This is especially when you have this kind of, they have a chance to be bigger again like they were before, right? It's no longer on NBC. For the first time since I want to say 2003, it's not on being broadcast on NBC, the championships. And then it's either on Peacock, so you got to pay to get to it. And I notice Peacock is NBC's doing a lot of that too. Even Notre Dame games, they're putting behind that paywall of Peacock, right? Because you just can't, you have to pay to see it. Or USATF.TV, which had big streaming problems. People missed a lot of races, and they had to pay to watch it on that anyway. Problem. So I agree, and even one of the things she tweeted was, "Don't pay to watch anything on this. If you support the athletes, don't do this." Is it negative Nancy? No. She's fighting, and she has a lot of athletes supporting her in this too.
Well, that's great, but the thing is, no one gives a shit about track and field until the summer games or the people that are really into it.
Right.
No one really cares.
Right.
That's like saying the WNBA should be paying women more. Yeah, they should, but they don't get enough people watching it to generate enough revenue to pay people more. Now, do they have money that they're probably keeping and doing other stuff with? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right? It's an organization like anyone else, but no one.
Yeah.
They're not getting millions of views watching it. And Summer Olympics, it does. And it's always like the big person, the big name. You look at Usain Bolt, and it was him, Tyson Gay when he was in his heyday. We would watch all that. But we watched the summer games. Right. I didn't watch any other random race that they did. I didn't care. I'll wait to see y'all in 4 years. Awesome. And that's it. And so, I mean, I think you have to think bigger. And so the way that she's going about it, and it's her platform, she can say whatever she wants. All I'm saying is, let's see you get back on the main stage. And then once you get back on the main stage, you have some pull. Right now, she doesn't have enough pull to motivate anybody to do anything different.
Here's what I like about it. It's not just about her, because she's going to be fine. She has the endorsements. She has the money coming in. When everything happened the last time, she still made money. She's making, I want to say they said her net worth is somewhere between $1 and $5 million right now, right? Of course, you can Google that stuff and see, and it's just a little bit, right? She's got money. It's not just for her.
Right.
It's for everybody. And not everybody's going to make the money she's making.
No. And the people that make the money are the what? Winners.
Yes.
So that's what people pay money for. Are winners.
Sprinkles off of winners.
Exactly. Yeah. So you get more big winners to go on some of these, these tournaments or these track meets to maybe get more people to want to view them and watch them. Yeah. And that'll help the other people get their sprinkles. But again, if these people don't even make it to the Olympics, no one cares.
Right. That's a good point. Good point. Don't have me out here defending Sha'Carri. I'm not a Sha'Carri fan. I think Sharika Jackson and the Jamaicans are going to dust her ass when they get into the World Championships. It's going to be fun to watch. But I like when she's there because it brings eyes to the sport, and I love track and field. I ran track and field, so I ran track, did some of the field events. Wasn't the best at any of them, so but I still love to watch it.
I would love to see her beat the Jamaicans in the 100 and get the gold medal. But then my concern for her is, will her personality come out and go right back down the drain?
Yes.
And we'll be right back where we were. Then she's going to blame other folks, and it's not her fault. It's like a lot of your problems have been you problems.
Yes.
But you can point and throw out distractions about U.S. track and all that. Focus on winning, dominate, beat the Jamaicans, get the gold, and then you have the right to talk a lot of trash, respectfully. But you got the right to talk a lot of trash. Right now, you don't. You're still trying to get there, right? It's like the Buffalo Bills. They've been good for a long time. Haven't got to the Super Bowl, so no one gives a shit except Buffalo Bills fans. But until they finally cross that hurdle, we're going to be like, hey, they're going to be in the playoffs. That's about it.